Around Bay YouTube, it is Unc Blurred, and today I want to go talk about trade paperbacks, specifically two that I got this week, and I want to talk about why, if you are a new collector or collector on a budget that's wanting to get your hands on some great stories at great prices, you may want to start looking into collected volumes and trade paperbacks yourself. This week, we're going to start off with one I get from a seller I buy from quite often called Thrift Books. You can find them at thriftbooks.com, and they have, virtually anything you would want. If it's available used, you're going to find it at a great price. Shipping is very reasonable on top of the bottom barrel prices and consistent quality. You may occasionally have library stickers on the cover. There may be slight damage on the interior, but this is a very, very pristine looking book. And the great thing about this is this series is right before the time I started collecting, a year or so before. And so I really didn't get a chance to collect these Red Sonja issues when they first came out. But I got the first book in a series, from a flash sale from Midtown Comics. And then I could not find the volume 1, still can't. That's one that's on the wish list still. But I read volume 2, volume 3, and was so excited to get my hands on volume 4. This is a great story. It starts actually in modern times. She's been transported through time by this wizard, and she fights her way from New York to California with with some friends that she's made in the 21st century. Very fun stuff, and this is her back in her time after defeating the wizard, but she has stumbled into all kinds of new problems and issues. A lot of fun and a lot of great action in this story, so I'm really looking forward to getting into this. Again, I got this from thriftbooks.com. Next, we got one I actually got from walmart.com. And, it's a good place where you can find a lot of good books. One plus to walmart.com, though, is that you're going to get free shipping on a lot of stuff, even if you're not a member. And so I always check there, and I check Thrift Books first and foremost. But you see it comes here in the Walmart packaging here. Got it and a nice and wrapped up here. And this is a book called Time Before Time. This is volume 2. This is so good. I got the first issue. A friend of mine went to a flea market. She saw issue number 1, thought that I might enjoy it, and I enjoyed it so much I bought the first volume. And I thought that it'd be one I'd take some time with, but I burned through it in one setting. It's a very, very creative time travel story about this syndicate that illegally transports people through time, and there's a rival group that's trying to stop them, and one of the guys who is kind of trapped and working for them tries to escape, but he ends up getting his whole plan messed up by an FBI agent who is trying to go back in time to find her family. And it is just a time jumping action thing. It's like the Terminator on caffeine, like with a lot of caffeine. Very fast paced. You never quite know what's going on. A lot of clever story beats and surprises throughout. Like I said, I read volume number 1 in one sitting, and as soon as I got to the last page, I went immediately to walmart.com to order volume 2. So I'm looking forward to this. And like I said, if you are a collector on a budget, you can find these trade paperbacks, especially if you're willing to look for used copies like this right here for anywhere from $5 to $15. New books are usually, depending on the popularity and the company, anywhere from $15 to $30. But most of them are going to run around that brand new price of $15 to $19. give or take, and you're going to have anywhere from 4 to 6 issues covered in one collective book. For instance, with Time Before Time, let's see here. So we have issues 7 through. I don't want to bore you by flipping through the whole thing. Issues 7 through 11. Books. And yeah, I believe that included shipping. Yep. So including shipping, $15, brand new book. Got 5 issues, and being that this is an Image comic from a couple years ago, this would have been $2.99 a book. So yeah, comparable price per book, but since the price hike, it would be, this is actually considerably cheaper because Image were putting out books at the $2.99 price point until the prices overall went up last year, and now they're at the $3.99 price point. But irregardless, $15 for 5 issues is a great deal, and you can read it, collect it all, all in one place here. And a lot of times, if you're afraid of missing out on alternate covers, you will have cover galleries in the back and bonus art that you may have been missing out on, and you'll have the ability to get all of the art from that run and so much of Revival. Look at these alternate covers from the Red Sonja. But I read Revival, the whole series, through trade paperback, and not only was every cover available in the trade paperbacks, but I got bonus features, I got bonus editions. The crossover issue that they did with Chew was available in the trade paperback of Revival. And so don't sleep on these trade paperbacks. Give them a chance. A lot of people enjoy them more than the collected issues. And then you have certain companies that really, I think Mad Cave is one, and other indie companies that it's like as soon as they drop the final issue of that volume, about a week or two after that final drop, you're going to get the trade paperback collected. So check them out. See if it's something you might dig. Ask your local comic book dealer about them, how you can collect them. You can also look on places like League of Comic Book Geeks to see when that series that you're looking for is going to be out. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about comics, comic book collecting, leave them in the comments down below. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee using the QR code on the screen right now. But the most important things you can do are watch, like, subscribe, and even share. But I will see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. I will. I'm out.